welcome to my channel. This week I'm here with Lorena and I decided to do a look that is kind of like a glam, very glam nude tutorial. You know me, I'm not like a very natural kind of person. I always do over-the-top looks. That's what I'm, you know, really thrilled and passionate about, and so I had to make it my own. But if you don't apply these lashes, then you can easily wear this look anywhere and you'll look fabulous. But well, here's my take on a glam nude. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'm gonna leave all my social media links down below: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. That all is David J Makeup. And I'm also gonna leave Lorena's Instagram in case you wanna follow her. Without any further ado, here you have the tutorial. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye! I'm starting off moisturizing Lorena's skin using Embryolisse creme concentré. This is a great moisturizer, very thick but not greasy, and it's good for all skin types. I'm going to also apply this base by NYX. This is the one called Born to Glow Illuminating Primer. And this is very similar to MAC Stroke Cream. What I'm going to do is apply that to the center of the face, so on the forehead, on the cheeks, a little bit on the under eyes, and then a little bit on the chin as well. This will give a little bit more luminosity to the skin. And I'm applying that with the same brush that we were using before for the moisturizer, which is the Express Face Brush by Real Techniques. I'm moving on to the eyes, and I'm applying MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And this is a yellow-based paint pot that's gonna cancel out any discoloration on the eyelids and also help the eyeshadows stay on for longer. I'm not gonna apply that on the eyelid because I'm gonna apply a gel or cream-based product later on. I'm gonna move on to brows, and I'm gonna use NYX Eyebrow Gel in Brunette. And I'm applying that with a 264 by MAC, which is an angle brush. And I'm just going to fill in any gaps that she may have on the brows. And I'm also going to elongate slightly bit the end and accentuate the arch just a tad. When doing natural looks, it's very important that the brows look polished, but not crazily overdone. I'm going to set the brows using the Catrice transparent eyebrow gel, just to keep them in place. And now I'm going to move on to shadows. I'm going to use the Decay palette with Gwen Stefani, and I'm going to take the blonde shade, which has a slight pearl to it, and I'm going to apply that under the brow bone to highlight that area. I'm going to now take Anaheim, which is a mid-tone brown matte, and I'm going to run that on the crease, a little bit above the crease, just a tad, to give the appearance of bigger eyes. And just blend the edges a little bit. And I'm going to take it pretty far in, since this is a very natural tone and it's like a very transition shade. It's not going to look like you got punched in the face. It's very natural. I'm now going to take Zone, which is a slightly darker shade than Anaheim, and just repeat the process just to get more intensity. And just blend these shadows together. For the eyelid, I'm going to take Colourpop's highlighter in Lunch Money. And I'm using that all over the eyelid. I'm applying that with fingers since it's the best way to apply these products. And I like this product for highlighting, but for the eyes, it really creased and disappeared. So I'm not a fan of applying this on the eyes. So now I know. I'm going to take this NYX Prismatic eyeshadow in Girl Talk, and with a pencil brush I'm going to apply that on the tear duct to really highlight that area and open up the eyes. I'm now going to move on to liner, and I'm going to take Colourpop in Get Paid, which is a metallic rose coppery shade, and a liner brush by Soeva, which is angled. And I'm going to start at the center and just work my way in very thinly, and then as I get to the outer perimeter I'm going to slightly thicken up that line. And now with their eyes open, I'm going to trace the tail. And since this color is pretty natural, I can go pretty dramatic with my lines. I'm now going to take Scandalized Pencil by Rimmel in brown, and I'm just going to line the upper waterline. This is to give definition to the eyelashes without lining with a dark color. Here you can see the result so far. I'm not going to apply mascara. I'm going to use Lancome Hypnose Doll Eyes Waterproof. And I'm really coating the lashes because I'm going to apply falsies afterwards. So I want them to really be like build up and dramatic. And with this MAC brush, what I'm going to do is take out any clumps. And I'm going to apply these lashes by House of Lashes, which are the Bambi ones. And here you can see the results so far. Now moving on to base, and I'm using Dior Skinstar foundation. This has an SPF of 30, so it's great for during the day, but it doesn't flash back, so it's great for photography as well. And it has a medium coverage, but it's very buildable as well. I'm applying that with fingers and working into the skin with a teardrop brush by Zoeva. I'm loving this brush because you can get a lot of coverage out of it without looking cakey. I'm now going to take NYX Wonder Stick, and I'm going to take the contour shade and contour the cheekbones, a little bit on the forehead, the temples as well, don't forget the temples, a little bit on the chin to make it a little bit more thinner, under the lower lip to make it bigger, and just a tad there. This will also plump up the lips. And I'm going to take that on the sides of the nose to contour the nose a little bit, but just slightly. Here you can see the mapping. And now I'm just going to blend everything with the Beauty Blender. I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. I'm not going to really drag the product too much because I like the placement. And I love this product. It has a great texture and it really blends well with the skin without looking cakey. So I'm a big fan of this Wonder 6. Here you can see the result so far. I'm now gonna conceal and highlight at the same time, and I'm gonna use LA Girl 80 Pro Conceal and Natural, and I'm mixing it with NYX Liquid Illuminator in Sunbeam. I'm applying that under the eyes, on the forehead, bridge of the nose, cupid's bow, and chin. And with the same Beauty Blender on the clean side, what I'm gonna do is just pat, 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 and make sure it looks even. And you cannot see where these starts or ends, otherwise it's gonna look very unnatural. And it may look like a ton of product, but if you work it well into the skin, it doesn't look like caked up or crazy. I'm not gonna set the under eye using the MAC Prep and Prime CC in Neutralize, which are yellow, but these are not completely matte. They have like a satin finish, so it's great. I'm gonna apply that around the nose as well, a little bit on the forehead and on the chin, where I don't want it to look like very highlighty. The rest of the skin was kept really natural. I'm now gonna move on to the highlighter, and I'm using the same that we used before on the eye, so it's Lunch Money by Colourpop. Applying that with fingers on top of the cheekbones. I really, really like this as a highlighter. It really stays put, but for whatever reason on the eyelids it creased and it was a mess. So I'm applying that as well on the cupid's bow, a little bit on the chin, and a bit on the bridge of the nose. I'm now going to use Milani's Powder Blush in Warm Petals, which is a very natural tone, kind of peachy. And this is all very monochromatic so far, which this is the result that I want. This is what I'm looking for. And I'm just going to blend with a clean brush the edges. And now moving on to the final step, which is the lips. And I'm taking Colourpop's Brink Lip Pencil. These are very like crazy creamy. Like these are great. They run really smoothly on the lips and they really last for a long time. And this tone, it's kind of like a brown with a hint of pink, but it's not very noticeable. I love this color. And I'm also going to fill in all the lips. And this will guarantee like a very long-lasting finish. I'm now topping it off with Colourpop's lipsticks in the same Blink shade, which is matte, but it's not like a crazy drying matte like a liquid lip. This is very, no, I wouldn't say moisturizing, but very forgiving. And I'm applying that with a Real Techniques detailer brush. Now I decided that I wanted a little bit more drama on the lower lashes, so I'm taking Anaheim and Zone and a slightly angled brush, and I'm just gonna apply that to the outer part. This is gonna just add a little bit of definition and also kind of lift that area up. And now I'm gonna just set the skin using Max Fix Plus, which will also give it a more dewy finish. And here you have the finished look. I hope you really enjoy watching it. I really did love doing this for you. You were asking a lot for a very natural, kind of glam but natural look. So here it is. All the links for my social media are going to be down below. It's all David G Makeup, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I'm also going to leave every single product that I use and mentioned in this video on the box down below, so check it out. And thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Mwah.